Hello students, good morning to everyone. Today, after the half-end exam, we are going to start the chapter 10 of GSC, and syllabus for this annual exam will be chapter 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Today we will start with the new chapter, air and water. In this chapter, we will study about the importance of air and water and how is it useful for us. Air is one of the primary things that makes life possible on earth. It is everywhere, though we cannot see it. Can you see the air? No. We cannot see. We can just feel it. And this moving air is called the wind. What moving air is called? Moving air is called wind. If we talk about this moving air, this is called wind. Moving air is called wind. The earth is surrounded by a blanket of air which we call the atmosphere. If anyone asks you what is atmosphere, how will you define it? Atmosphere. Earth is surrounded by the blanket of air and that is called the atmosphere. Blanket of air which surrounds earth is called the atmosphere. It extends about 600 kilometers from the surface of the earth. From the surface of earth, it extends up to 600 kilometers above the air. Now, we will study detail about the atmosphere, and in that context, we will study about this parts of atmosphere. About what we will study? About the parts of atmosphere. Parts of atmosphere. Atmosphere is divided into several parts, namely 5 parts, namely troposphere. This first part is called the troposphere. Troposphere. Let's study about detail in this troposphere. Troposphere is the first layer nearest to the earth. It starts at the earth's surface and extends at about 15 kilometers high. It starts at the surface of the earth and extends up to 15 kilometers high. Weather occurs in this layer. Where this weather occurs? Weather occurs in this layer. Troposphere. Means what is weather? You know, no? Day-to-day climate. Today it is foggy and next day it is sunlight is there, or rain is coming, rain is not coming. These are the weather. No? Weather conditions changes every day, and this occurs in the troposphere. Its temperature decreases with the height. When we move in the troposphere, the temperature decreases when we move up. According to height, it starts decreasing. As you climb higher in this layer, the temperature drops from about 17 to minus 52 degrees Celsius. Means from 17 degrees Celsius to minus of 52 degrees Celsius, temperature decreases. From 17 to minus 52 degrees Celsius, this temperature decreases. This is about this troposphere. Next layer is the stratosphere. 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 Whenever you are sitting, my dear students, you need to open the book and pronunciate the difficult words along with me. Stratosphere. It starts just above the troposphere and extends up to 50 kilometers. This troposphere extends up to 15 kilometers and this extends above the troposphere up to 50 kilometers. Up to 50 kilometers. Approximately 90% atmosphere's ozone occur in this stratosphere. The temperature in this region gradually increases to -3 degrees Celsius. Here we have seen that in the troposphere when we move high, the temperature decreases up to -52 degrees Celsius, and in the stratosphere the increase of temperature is seen, and the temperature increases from -52 degrees Celsius up to -3 degrees Celsius due to the absorption of ultraviolet radiation. We said that this ozone occurs in this layer, and what is the function of the ozone? Ozone traps the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun, and due to absorption of this ultraviolet rays of the sun, this temperature here increases up to -3 degrees Celsius. Now next layer is mesosphere. Mesosphere. What is that? The third layer of this atmosphere, mesosphere. Mesosphere, it starts just above the stratosphere and extends up to 85 kilometers high. It extends up to 85 kilometers high. In this region, the temperature again starts decreasing, and it decreases up to -90 degrees Celsius. -90 degrees Celsius. -90 degrees Celsius. In the first layer up to 15 kilometers, second layer up to 50 kilometers, third layer up to 85 kilometers, and the temperature is up to -90 degrees Celsius. Celsius due to increase in altitude, means the temperature is decreasing here because we are moving up, and when we move up in the atmosphere, the temperature decreases. Okay. Now the fourth layer of the atmosphere is thermosphere. Thermosphere. What is that? Thermosphere. Thermosphere. Thermosphere starts just above the mesosphere and extends up to 600 kilometers. The temperature goes up on increase in altitude due to the sun's energy. Means here we are seeing that the temperature is increasing. Why it's increasing? Due to, because we are moving close to the sun, and when we move close to the sun, temperature automatically will increase, and here the temperature is up to 1727 degrees Celsius. You can imagine how much high it is. Now the last layer of the atmosphere, or the fifth layer, is exosphere. What is that? Exosphere. 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 Exosphere is on top of the atmosphere and continues until it merges with space. Until it merges with space, it continues. The Earth's atmosphere becomes very thin here. Thermosphere and exosphere are much above the surface of the Earth. The temperature here can increase a lot, but the air would be cold. We said that because the thermosphere and exosphere is near to the sun, so the temperature here increases, but the air is cold. Why the air is cold? Because this is why the air is cold, because the hot molecules are far away and floating here and there. Hot molecules are far away and they are floating here and there. This is about the layer of the atmosphere. Clear to everyone? I hope all of you have understood it well. Understood? Yes. Now we will study about energy and maintains a suitable temperature to live on the earth. We said that it absorbs the ultraviolet rays of the sun in the stratosphere. And with this, it does absorption of energy and it maintains a suitable temperature to live on the earth. Without the greenhouse gases such as water vapor, carbon dioxide. What are the greenhouse gases? Let's see. Water vapor, then carbon dioxide, water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide, methane and nitrous oxide, methane and nitrous oxide. The earth will be too cold for the survival of the living organism. Without these greenhouse gases, the temperature here would not be suitable for us to survive. There is an ozone layer high up in the atmosphere, in which the stratosphere, that shields the earth from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays. Means it traps the ultraviolet rays of the sun, and which can lead to, if it is not absorbed in that layer, it can lead to increase in skin cancer. Atmosphere contains oxygen used by most organisms for respiration. What does atmosphere contain? It contains oxygen used by most organisms for respiration, and carbon dioxide is also contained in this atmosphere. And how this carbon dioxide is used? This is used by plants for photosynthesis, for the process of the photosynthesis. In addition to that, the atmosphere saves the earth from being hit by meteors. Most meteors never reach the earth because they burn while passing through the atmosphere. This exosphere and thermosphere temperature is very high. There itself it burns. Now we will study in detail how we use air or the uses of this air. Do we use air in our day-to-day life? Yes, we use. Let's see how. We pump it into our cycle tubes, footballs, volleyballs, etc. Further, we blow it into the balloons, and we also blow it into the kindle fires. Above all, we breathe in air to remain alive. I am alive, you are alive because we breathe in air. Without it, we cannot live at all. Can we live? No. Life is not possible without air. Without it, the tire of the vehicles are of no use. Plants and animals also need air to live. So, let's study about the air in detail. We know that air is a mixture of gases and it contains 21% of oxygen, 1% of other gases. This 21% is oxygen. Then it contains 1% other gases, and 78% nitrogen, 78% 20% of the nitrogen gas, and it is the inactive part of the air. It is inactive part of the air, means it does not do so many reactions. It is inactive part of the air. Nitrogen is inactive part of the air. It does not burn, so things cannot burn in nitrogen. Now, about the oxygen. Oxygen is present about 21%. Air contains 21% of the oxygen gas, and it is the most active part of the air. We can say that this is most active part of the air. Oxygen is most active part of the air. It is used up when the things burn. Also, it is used up when animals breathe in air. One activity is given in your book. Let's study about that. What we have to do? We have to light a candle, fix it upon a table. Now, we have to cover it with an open mouth glass jar. What is meaning of open mouth glass jar? Means there is no covering. We have to, then we can see that it shall burn for a minute or so. Then it shall go out. What is the reason? The candle keeps burning as long as there is oxygen in the air under the jar, and when it is used up, only nitrogen remains behind. As nitrogen is an inactive gas, the candle goes out. Okay? Now, about the carbon dioxide. About the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is another gas present in the air. It is useful for green plants. They take it from the air in making their food in the presence of sunlight. Thus, air is very life of the plants, because it is carbon dioxide is used in the process of photosynthesis by plants. Now, about the water vapor. About the water vapor. Let's study about how the water vapor is useful. Water vapor is present in air at all times. It comes from the evaporation of water in oceans, rivers and lakes. Because of the heat of the sun, let's prove it by an experiment. What we have to do? We have to take a glass and put some ice cubes in. Now we have to place that glass in the open air. Let it remain undisturbed for a few minutes. And now see the outside of the glass. We can see that drops of water is seen on the outer surface of the glass. Where have they come from? The water vapor in the air has condensed into water drops. Air is a material thing. It has weight and also occupies space. It has force, and so it exerts pressure. In the next class, we will study about how the air exerts pressure and about the water. For today, this much is enough, my dear students. Revise it. We will meet in the next class with the next topic of the same chapter. Thank you, class.